Greetings. This is Arvette McLean with Speak, The Universe Listens. New ways to view age-old challenges. Change your thoughts, change your life. Step into the bigness of you.
Everybody.
Hey, Steve.
So I wanted to talk about I had this topic that I was thinking about for a while because of the simple fact how it resonated with me, and I'm pretty sure that it'll resonate with a lot of people, but getting clear on your vision. And I know just in my life at times where I thought I actually knew what I wanted, and then for some reason or another I will be distracted, or I come to find out it really wasn't what I wanted, and I'm searching for or looking for the results, right? But fail to realize that I really didn't know what I truly want. But when I did figure out what I wanted, everything just started popping up. So I wanted to touch on that a little bit with you guys today.
I'm glad you chose this topic because it's funny. I feel like this is very prevalent in my life now. So I'm in the job market, searching for a job or whatever. But I was just telling Nana very earlier that for the first time, like in my life, I feel like I know that as I'm on this job search, I want to be intentional about what I want and the things I desire in a job that I want to start next or whatever. And so every time, so throughout this whole process, like when things are slow, I know it's slow because my vision isn't clear. And so I've been thinking about that lately of, well, Teron, let's spend time really figuring out what do you want to do next and like what you really want. And then those things will start to flow. Like the interviews start pouring in every time I feel like I'm coming closer to like figuring out like, oh, I think I want to do that. Then it's like, oh, interview here, interview there. And it's like, okay. So I do definitely agree when the vision becomes clear, the results start pouring in because you start aligning with what you're aligning with.
All right.
When I think about my vision being clear, it's how's my mind feeling? It's like, is my mind clouded and with all of this like fear and these problems and these things that I perceive is happening, and then once I'm able to settle all that down and to realign myself, that's why I enjoy fishing and these things like this,
right,
where I can sit down and clear my mind, and then my vision is clear on anything and everything because my mind is clear. I don't have all of these things clouding my mind, like judgment, fear, whatever we perceive to be negative in our life is not clearing my mind. So now I'm like, oh, why ain't been think of this? And my mind is clear now. Stuff can just flow to me, and my creativity is beyond what I can think of because my mind is clear, and I'm able to flow into all of these things.
I like what you said though, because follow up on that, I know I had so many visions of what I wanted to do with my life as far as like starting projects or businesses and so forth, and every time I would go in one direction, it's what I want but not really what I want, right? And then I have distractions as to where I have people that I admire, and I love and care about. They will give me advice, and I'm the type of person I always consider other people's advice. I take that into play. So now I'm taking on others people, advice, and not really listening to myself. And so I think it's very important when you actually listen to yourself and just go with what you really, really want to do, whatever your vision is. That's one big thing that would get you in alignment and get you in the direction that you really, truly see yourself going.
I want to say something about vision, though, because I feel like a lot of times our vision is only what we can see. And I feel like you know, a lot of times our vision is just like, I can see me doing this, or I can see me doing that. But I feel like a lot of times we cut off all the possibilities of us doing so many things because we only can see but so far in our vision. And we can go so much further with our vision.
Yeah, you know, I think that what you just said is very important too, because I remember periods in my life where I thought I was so clear in my vision and things just weren't lining up, but I wasn't. It was two things was happening. One, I wasn't clear in my vision because I was perpetrating a vision that I thought I wanted. Honestly, it was exactly like you said. I could see myself doing this. I could see myself doing that, and so as a result, I was perpetrating the life that I thought I wanted, and it wasn't that. And then the second side of that was I was also limiting myself from the jump. It was like, well, I want to do this because this makes sense, and that's probably the next step from here. So yeah, let's just do that. Never even thinking about the other possibilities. So I think opening your vision is very important.
And to piggyback on what you were saying, and Steven was saying earlier about he found out this ain't what he really wanted to do. I feel like that got a lot to do with feeling like this your vision, but this ain't necessarily making you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you start feeling good and you seeing things clear and you moving from that vision, I feel like that's a whole totally different thing. So yeah.
And I like what you were saying with the limitation. Like, one thing I can say is I actually did place a limitation on my vision. Like, I couldn't see nothing further than what I was actually doing at the time. So I only saw what I could see, if that makes sense. I only saw what I could actually see with starting one business. And then recently I've been working on another project, and I come to realize I couldn't even see myself then working on this project. But I noticed that, matter of fact, I want to say it was yesterday, that I was so immersed in just doing it. Like, I lost track of time, and I was just like, I was into it, and I was like, dang. I said, that's crazy, because when you really are immersed in doing something, like, you losing track of time, you love it, right? And it makes you feel good, at peace. And I was like, well, dang, this is like, I said, okay, I think I found something here.
A lot of times I feel like I had something that I wanted to do, or something that might have been outside of the box thinking, but it's like, I don't know how to do that. But this right here got a clear pathway that I can see, and that I can, you know, get in there, and that's, you know, what I went with, but that's not what I wanted to do. So I feel like a lot of times when we don't know how we're gonna accomplish our vision or see it through, we'll veer to another, you know, veer off to the left, because we be so worried about how something is gonna happen.
And then I think too, a lot of us worry about, you know, seeing the results, you know, and that was something that I was big on. Like, sometimes get so impatient, I want to see, I want to see the instant results, but not realizing that if I stay consistent at it, or if anything for anybody, if they stay consistent at something, as long as it's something that you enjoy, you love doing it, and you say this is your vision, things don't happen overnight. They possibly can, you know, but if you stick with it, then you will see the results that you see.
Yeah. Also, I feel like something that you align with and doing and feeling good about it, like your thinking ain't even stick with it. It's like, I'm feeling good doing this. Right. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of times we gotta move with what is making us feel good, what is making us feel free, what is feeling effortless, those things. Then we're not worried about, let me just hang in there. You know?
Right.
So yeah.
Man, there's so much stuff I wanted to say at different parts of the job.
And you just been letting us go.
I don't even know where to start, but
I guess I'll start with what y'all just said about being consistent and stuff. Because I see people posting like on Facebook, Instagram, and they're like, I'm an entrepreneur, and let me tell you, it's hard, and you know, don't let nobody tell you it's not, and everybody's not cut out for this, and you know, it's days when I'm crying, and you know, so forth and so on, but you gotta stick with it, and you know, so forth and so on. And I'm just like, really? Why?
Like, why you go into that?
Who's signing up for that?
You know, so I mean, but you know, there is that school of thought, but kind of like what Rodney was saying about the effortlessness of it. And okay, so I think I want to start with having a vision. Having a vision is terrific, right? So a lot of times people are like, well, I have a vision, my vision is clear, but it's never happened. It hasn't come to forbearance. So why not? I know what I want to do, but it hasn't happened yet. And I think it was wonderful, like, I don't even know how many years ago now, but I remember when people started doing vision boards or whatever, and so they can kind of see it. And like the process of creating the vision board can be exciting, right? And you get into the feeling of it, and it's that's the spark that makes it happen. Like, if you just like cut some pictures out of a magazine and slap them on a board, you know, really is nothing. But if you're like in love with this thing, you know, that's the energy that causes this thing to express itself. So a lot of times you can have a vision, but you're not feeling it. Like being in, like you have to be inside of your vision. You have to be living your vision out in your mind. And you have to be loving it. Like it's got to be a wonderful feeling. Like, you know, so that's one thing about the vision.
I like that. Be inside of your vision.
Inside.
But then the other thing that Rodney was alluding to, like sometimes you can have a vision, but that's limiting you because, like you're saying, that's all you can see. You can't see beyond your vision. And so there's an easy fix for that as well. And the thing is, whatever it is that you want, it's attached to a feeling. Like you want it for a reason. So whatever the thing is, what's the reason? So if you can identify the reason, is it freedom? Is it abundance? Is it to be creative? Is it to feel loved? Is it to, whatever the feeling is, whatever the reason is, start feeling that now. Feel the feeling, and then you will attract more of that to you. So you don't necessarily have to know. Like a lot of people like, I don't know what I would want to do. And that's an okay place to be. But you do know, because you know you want to be happy. You know you want to have friends. You know you want to laugh. You know you want to feel creative. You know you want to feel free. You know you want to maybe travel. Like you do know. You know, so start feeling those feelings now. Feel how you would feel if you were traveling, or if you had lots of friends, or if you were in the relationship that you wanted to be. Feel that feeling now, and then the vision will create itself. So we don't necessarily know how to make these things happen, but it's a part of us that knows exactly how and knows where the people are that can help you get there.
That was good.
Yeah.
Did you see the little? She cooking.
That was great. But yeah, I think I wanted to say something about what Steven has said too about you know, when you have your vision or whatever, like the results start aligning, and I feel like that's just so right on point too, because when you have the right vision and you have a vision that aligns with you, like the feeling of like, oh, let me just keep going and keep continuing doesn't exist, because what you're seeing as a result ends up being completely different. So like, I'm not even looking for fruits from the labor anymore. The labor or labor is now the enjoyment. That's the result. So I think about that all the time too. Like when the vision is really clear, that the work becomes the reward. Oh man.
And I think too, like with your vision, not having so much of a focus on the results, you know, because if you're so into what you're doing, like if you're immersed into it, right, there's no need to be worrying about, all right, how much I'm gonna get paid from this, or am I gonna get it in the stores, or I mean, whatever your vision may be, you know, if you don't even, I would say, don't worry about that. Just if you love what you're doing, the results are automatically gonna show up for you. Well, I enjoyed this topic, guys. I enjoyed it. Thank you for chiming in with me on
Yeah, that was kind of cool. So, but it was a lot said in that little bit of time.
And that's why I was like, this is, I like this. I like this topic. And I didn't think we would get in that, all of that on this topic, but I liked it. And it's
I really enjoyed this conversation.
for real though. This is
So we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And we look forward to chatting with you again next week. Until then, I'm Arvette.
And this is Steve.
Teron.
Rodney.
Bye, y'all.